after Dustin Poirier's retirement last weekend, Demetrious Johnson had some words reflecting on Dustin's career, and he's been facing some fat backlash for it. I'm going to play the audio for you. I want you guys to give me your opinion on it.
I mean, a long career of the ups and downs, the knockouts, him knocking people out, him submitting people, him getting submitted. I mean, his career is kind of like up and down. Very successful because he's made a lot of money. Um, Never became like the undisputed champion, but interim champion he was. Um, but yeah, he was. What's all that music coming from? Yeah. But when it came to like the brawls, I think Dustin probably had one of the best brawls when he would fight. One of the best brawls when he fight. But guys,
So, do you guys think his backlash is warranted?
I saw that by Demetrious, and I saw what he was talking about, and it was like, when you're looking at all of that, and there's nothing you can do in any way that's honest, in my opinion, of looking at Dustin Poirier's career, and we've talked about it multiple times. Again, he has the greatest resume of any fighter I've ever seen as far as the amount of talent that he fought, fight to fight to fight. The brawl that he had with Hooker is the only one that wasn't against a former or current champion, in there. And it was one of the greatest fights ever. One of the best damn fights I've ever seen. You're looking at a guy in Poirier that was fighting a guy in Dan Hooker who won the first 2 rounds and was lighting Dustin up. And this is where all right, this guy is just a different animal in that Dan Hooker is a beast. And he won those first 2 rounds. And Josh, of too many people, that you have worked with and worked around that would have said, all right, I'm not going to beat this guy. Let me just, I'll protect myself, but I'm not going to, sit here and get hurt more. I'm just going to, try to defend and I'll try to get through the fight without it looking too bad. Yeah. There's those guys out there, and that's okay. I'm not, putting them down. It's just the mindset that they have. And then you have the people that have the mindset of a Dustin Poirier, of that son of a bitch hurt me, and he hurt me bad. And you know what? I'm going to end up having to get hurt really bad so I can try to hurt him. And yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just walk through fire, and I'm going to get burned, and it's going to hurt. And let's see how much I can take, because that's what he did in that fight. And he's done it in multiple fights. And again, you look at Demetrious Johnson, you cannot take anything away from what he's done as a MMA fighter, as being a champion, as holding on to that title forever, as going over to one and, getting the title there, then losing it, then getting it back. Look, I would never say anything bad. I think Demetrious is one of the greatest ambassadors and greatest spokesmen and greatest fighters that have ever been in MMA. But there's no way in the world you can compare the people that Demetrious Johnson has fought and the people that Dustin Poirier has fought. There is a different level to the type of opponent there is. DJ's fought some good people, but not one after the other like Dustin Poirier. And that was when he was champion, and that's not his fault. That was the level that was around him. But Dustin Poirier happened to be in the 2 divisions that he fought in, 155 being the actual greatest division there's been in the sport of MMA overall, as far as talent and the fights that we've seen.
Say that again, John.
I know.
That again,
dude, you don't know how hard that I was. I had a bubble here.
It was
that out. But he fought in that, and then he fought 145. I don't know how he made 145, but he did fight at 145 and then went back to 155. And you look and you go, you cannot do anything but bow down and say, thank you to Dustin Poirier for everything that he brought to the sport, both as an athlete, as an ambassador, and someone that represented this sport in the way he did. He's a Hall of Famer.
I'm not going to even talk about what he said. I'm just going to say this. When you decide to retire and you leave the sport of MMA and you now decide to get into podcasting or broadcasting or whatever it is, expect this type of shit. Doesn't matter what you could have pumped somebody up, but you said one thing that they didn't like, and all of a sudden, this is the world we live in now.
True.
Like, remember this. People love DJ. They love DJ a lot more than they ever loved me. But it's just a matter of time before it starts to turn on tables on him.
Oh, yeah.
They're already finding reasons not to like him. Like he's only been in the podcast industry for a year and a half now. It's going to turn quickly here. Yeah. The further he gets removed from when he fought and more stuff that he says, doesn't matter what it is. Remember, for every person he says something a little bit negative about, tiny bit, even though if it could be the truth or not the truth, whatever he said, a little negative thing, there's fans of that fighter that automatically now hate you. So now do that for 50 something fights a year. You've pissed off every fucking fan of every fighter. At some point, you're going to say something about a fighter that their fans are not going to like, and they're going to come at you.
True.
And their number one comment, or their number one and number two comments are, yeah, you have CTE. You're retarded. Okay, that's number one. And number two is you were never that good. They're gonna say like DJ, you fought a weak weight class. They're gonna tell me you were never that good. You never won a UFC title. They're gonna say no matter what they're gonna say something. Sure. They're gonna say it. Yep. And if they can't pitch that argument, they'll find some other argument to get to you. But those are their two things, and it's coming. It's coming, DJ. And no matter what you do, man, the longer you stay in this podcast space or in this commentary space, that's what they're going to do to you. So just get used to it. Have thick skin, my man, and roll with the punches.
Totally.
Bro. So this episode is brought to you by BetUS. Make sure you guys YouTube 150 for the promo code. Also, Element, use the link in the descriptions down below. Any product you buy from there, they will send you a bonus package of product if you use our link down below. Element's amazing, man. I love it. And I want to say thank you, man. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support us.